Shush, you big baby. A little pain never hurt anybody. How about dinner tonight?
I can't. Oh!
The officers' club dance Friday night? I love to cha-cha.
Molly, you know I can't cha-cha.
I'll teach you.
Oh!
When? I got a record player in my room. Just you and me and Jimmy Dorsey.
Well, I thought you didn't allow dancing in the nurses' quarters.
So we won't dance.
Oh.
There. How's that rhomboid now?
Oh, I must say you're the greatest nurse since Strangler Lewis.
Will you stop thinking of me as a nurse? Think of me as a woman. Warm and breathing.
I'm thinking of Captain Binghamton. He's waiting for me. Oh, and he's got a pretty hot breath, too.
Sit down.
Whoa.
I haven't discharged you yet.
A sling? Do we have to?
Yes, we do. You fighting men don't understand your physical limits. And no more volleyball playing for another week, you hear?
Commander McHale reporting his orders, sir.
Oh, McHale, were you wounded in line of duty? Don't tell me, let me guess, would you? Was it rolling dice? Was it Indian wrestling with the native girls? I'm getting warm, aren't I, huh?
No, sir. Volleyball.
Oh.
Nothing better for keeping that keen, competitive edge in the voice, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I can see that.
Oh.
Commander, how would you and your men like 2 weeks with nothing to do but play gin rummy, go surfing, have luau's with steel drum bands, dancing girls?
2 whole weeks? Oh, that would be a wonderful change, sir. Yes, sir.
Knock it off, McHale. That's what you do every week. Now, what I want from you is your word as a gentleman, if you'll pardon the expression, that you will confine your normal social activities to your own base.
Well, if you say so, sir, but we'll miss you, Captain.
Would you please not walk away while I'm talking to you?
Oh.
McHale, it's one of nature's little practical jokes that you and I are on the same side in this war. Let's not press our luck, shall we? Read it. Now do you understand?
Well, yes, sir. It's another congressional junket, and instead of sending a congressman this time, they're going to send a congresswoman.
Never mind the And when that congresswoman is here, I want you to turn yourself into the Invisible Man.
Oh?
And cut that out. Now, the scuttlebutt has it that this congresswoman is looking for a hero to send stateside on a bond-selling tour. You wouldn't be interested in going, would you, McHale?
Well, no. I'd rather stay here with my men, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, bless you, McHale, bless you. I love my country, and I shudder to think of its future if by some freak you were presented to youngsters as a hero, as a good example yet. Do you read me?
Like a book.
What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, now get out of here and make yourself scarce until that congresswoman leaves, and that's an order.
Aye, sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Captain. Bye.
Bye.
And when this Congress dame was in North Africa, she took a fancy to a bomber pilot. Next thing you knew, the crew was shipped clear out of the war, back to the States. Why, the poor Slavs had to go on a selling tour of all the big cities.
Hey, let me understand this, Lester. You mean the whole crew?
The whole bunch.
Shucks, a whole crew wasted. 2 months out of action.
Dragging around the States, making speeches to civilians. Giving autographs. Kissing girls.
Drinking champagne.
I buy bonds myself.
Now, wait a minute, you guys. The congresswoman isn't even going to get a chance to meet the skipper. Remember, Binghamton ordered him to stay here on our island.
Sure, but she didn't order us.
That's right, crew.
When we get through, the skipper makes Superman look like a sissy.
Now, wait a minute, you guys. I don't know if the skipper would approve of this.
But, Mr. Parker, the skipper deserves some recognition. He really is a hero.
You're right. He's entirely too modest.
That's correct, and that's why we have to go with the skipper to make the speeches.
Hey,
Hey, maybe I can stop off in L.A. and see my girl.
If there's any place to sell bonds, it's Brooklyn, the gem of the ocean.
Yeah, wait till we get off the train at Chagrin Falls. I can see the banners now. Ensign Parker Day.
Guys, listen, none of us are going anyplace until we convince that Miss Clark that the skipper is her boy.
Right. And wait till you see the campaign we're going to throw at her.
Yeah.
Mayor Walker, members of the town council, distinguished guests, mother. It is with great pleasure that a sailor of my stature can say that I think we'll go down and check the boat.
Well, here we are, Congresswoman. This is the nerve center of my little command post.
Well, really, I'm more interested in the nerve endings, Captain. The men who are fighting your war.
Oh, yes. Well, you'll get to meet them in due time, and I want to tell you they are real examples of splendid Navy men. Seaman, take the Congresswoman's luggage to the quarters that we prepared.
Hey, did you hear what Commander McHale did this time? He captured an entire Japanese patrol single-handed.
That Commander McHale, quite a guy.
I'm sure that you'll want to rest, Congresswoman, so we'll take you to your quarters. It's been such a long flight.
Oh, no, definitely not, Captain. I'd like to get to work immediately. I want to start meeting some of the men you feel are qualified for our bond tour.
Oh, well, by all means. Any one of the men under my command would be splendid examples to the people on the home front.
Here they come. Oh, that McHale does it. Wow, what moxie.
Yeah, got another nip landing barge yesterday. Boy, that McHale is some guy.
You sailors there, don't you have anything better to do than stand around loitering? Get moving.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Who is this McHale? Is he one of the men I'm going to meet?
No, ma'am. He's nobody. Believe me, he's nobody at all. Now, if you'll just step into my office,
Lieutenant Carpenter reporting as ordered, sir.
Good. Congresswoman Clark, may I present Lieutenant Elroy Carpenter. Carpenter, this is the Honorable Clara Carter Clark.
This is indeed a pleasure, Madam Congresswoman.
How do you do, Lieutenant? What state are you from?
Illinois.
Oh, what a shame. I'm from Massachusetts.
Quentin McHale.
Quentin McHale.
There never was a man so brave that sailed a ship over sea and wave. In a fight he's never been known to fail. He's the tiger of the Pacific, Quentin McHale.
Well, now they're even singing about McHale. Who are those men?
I would say that they are prisoners on their way to the brig.
They seem in such good spirits.
Well, the men always sing those nonsense songs when they're marching, ma'am.
But they're not marching. They're just standing there.
Oh, yes, they are, aren't they? Well, Lieutenant Carpenter will see to it that they start marching, won't you, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. I think they're going to sing again.
Quentin McHale.
Quentin McHale.
There never was a man so brave that sailed a ship over sea.
Cut that singing out, you cutthroats!
Oh, hello, Captain.
Don't you captain me.
Okay, Mr. Binghamton.
What was that song you were singing, Ensign?
Oh, it's an old sea chanty, ma'am. It's about the legend of our skipper, Quentin McHale. Goes like this.
Quentin McHale.
Quentin McHale.
Cut that out!
Hey, where is everybody? It's awful quiet out there.
Oh, they're all at the main base, picking up supplies.
They've been picking up more supplies lately.
It's been a pleasure having you aboard, Madam Congresswoman.
Thank you.
Well, how do you think of our Lieutenant Carpenter? He's got a lot of polish, doesn't he?
Well, frankly, Captain, a little bit too much polish. I was really looking for someone a bit more rugged.
Quentin McHale. Quentin McHale. He's the tiger of the Pacific. Quentin McHale.
Stop that blasted singing! My apologies, ma'am.
Captain, why haven't I met this man, McHale?
Oh, well,
Well, I don't know what you have against him, but I've made my mind up. I simply must meet him.
Oh.
Ahoy there on the 73. I want to speak to you.
Yes, there never was a man so brave that sailed a ship over sea and wave. His name will make a difference. The bravest in the Pacific, Quinton McHale.
Skipper! Skipper!
Yeah.
Hurry up a minute. Skipper, may I present Congresswoman Clara Carter Clark, our legendary leader, Lieutenant Commander Quinton McHale.
This is indeed an honor, Commander.
Well, how do you do, ma'am? And, I just received a message from Captain Binghamton that I'm to show you around the island and then ferry you right back to the main base, ma'am.
Oh, well, Commander, I take my orders from the people of the United States. I'll stay as long as I deem it necessary.
Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you. This is certainly quite an unorthodox naval base. It seems more like a rest center.
Well, it kind of is. You see, our skipper leads us on such hair-raising missions that, well, we need all the rest we can get.
Wait a little. Hold it, you guys. Ma'am, look, we don't go out on any more missions than the rest of the PT boats around here, so let's not fill Congresswoman Clark with any wrong ideas.
You know, Commander, I've heard so much about you, I feel as if I already know you. How long do you think it'll be before your wound heals?
Wound? I got this in a volley of...
That's right, in a volley of nip rifle fire.
I told Miss Clark all about how those nips ambushed us at Tuvalagi.
Tuvalagi? Rifle? Ma'am, I don't know what these boys have been filling you with, but I threw this shoulder out playing volleyball.
Volleyball?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we told you how modest he was.
Yeah, what else did they tell you, ma'am?
Well, Mr. Parker here was telling me how you wiped out an entire Japanese patrol at Bora Bora.
Oh, he did. Did he?
Yeah, Skip, well, you see, she's a member of Congress, and I felt that they ought to know that...
I want to talk to you, mister. If you'll excuse us for a moment, ma'am, the rest of my crew will show you around the base.
Surely, thank you.
And I don't want to hear my name mentioned once.
Yeah, but gee, Skippy, you're the tiger of the Pacific.
Come on, get out. What a bunch. I've never heard the likes of it. All right, Mr. Blabberman. Come on. All right, now, what's this all about?
Well, you see, Skip, we were so anxious to get back to the States, and, well, we thought if they picked you for the bond tour, well, they'd take us along with them. See... Oh, don't be mad, Skip. And
for crying out loud, you know how I feel about this hero malarkey, putting on stiff collars and making speeches. Doggone it. You guys kind of got your heart set on a trip back to the States, haven't you?
Well, kind of planning on it.
Well, heaven knows you deserve it. So far be it from me to stand in your way.
Sorry, Skip. Gee, that's great.
Wait a minute. Before you glory hounds start laying it on too thick. If we get picked for this bond tour, I want it on the up and up. You hear?
You can count on me, Skip. I'll tell him.
All right.
And that's what we fondly call our winter.
Hey, you glory hound! Men. The skipper said to belay that war talk. Sounds like we're boasting in front of Miss Clark.
Oh. Well, it looks as if I'll have to get all my information from you personally.
Yes, ma'am.
What state are you from, Commander?
Michigan, ma'am.
Oh, that's too bad. It would have been just perfect if you could have been from Massachusetts.
Oh?
But I guess you can't have everything. I wonder if I might have a little chat with you.
Oh, certainly, ma'am. Right this way.
Thank you.
He's the tiger of the Pacific. And McHale.
Can you see what's happening on McHale Beach, sir?
I can't see a thing. What's keeping that woman over there so long? Quinton McHale, he's the tiger
of the Pacific. Quinton. Hey, Virg, first thing I'm going to do when we get back to the States is to kiss the ground. That's a wasted pucker, Hap. Now, me, I'm heading right for Muscle Beach and the cutest female weightlifter you've ever seen in your life.
Well, if you need me, I'll be over at Eversfield watching the Dodgers. April in Flatbush.
First up for me is California. I visited my cousin Cecil in San Francisco.
Hey, you guys, the skipper's back from Mainside. What do you say we give him a reception? Why don't we give him a cheer or nothing?
I'm gonna be late.
Hey,
All right, at ease.
Look, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but you're not going.
Hey, how about that? Isn't that great? We're not going. We're not going.
What are you talking about? What do you mean we're not going?
Ease off. Now, look, you swabbies had it all wrong. That congressman was only looking for one hero, and I'm elected, just me. Look. Don't make it any rougher than it is, will you? The only reason I took this bond drive was because I figured that you guys could use a breather back in the States. But I'm not going without you.
The skipper.
Well, if you're worried about the crew, Skip, Big Daddy will take care of him.
Oh, well, I'm sure you could, Pappy. But I'm afraid you won't get the chance. The captain has Lieutenant Sidney Resnick in mind for replacement.
Sidney Suicide Resnick?
Yeah, the old kamikaze kid himself, boy.
You mean the guy who had 7 PT boats shot out from under him?
7.5, my friend, 7.5.
Oh, boy, Skip, we gotta get you off the hook.
But the problem is, how?
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I think that lady's sweet on you.
Oh, sure. Look at me, Willie. You call this pretty?
Well, I know, Skip, but it's always the dainty ones that go for us brutes.
Yeah. You know, maybe he's got something. That's it. You could be a brute. Nothing personal, of course.
Keep talking.
Well, I once read this true love story where this gambler was in love with a sweet young thing, but he didn't think it was good enough for her. So he tried to scare her off by pretending he was a wolf.
Did it work?
Yeah. It turned out he was good enough for her, and they got married, and they had twins, and they lived happily ever after. That's not so good.
Hey, wait a minute. You know, I bet a surprise like that would upset Miss Clark's plans.
You mean twins?
No. I mean that big bad wolf part of the story.
Clara, I've been so hungry for so long. And you're such a fine figure for a woman.
Does this mean we're engaged?
All right, knock it off, you bunch of ex-heroes.
I've got to get ready to destroy a legend.
Gee, the skipper's plan has got to work.
And just to make sure, we better give him a hand.
What do you mean, Groob?
Mr. Parker, oil up your pitch pipe. I have an idea.
Ma'am, everything I tell you about McHale is absolutely true. He's the worst example you could possibly pick.
That will be quite enough, Captain. You know, a politician develops a sixth sense about mudslinging. I don't believe a word of it. And now, good night. Come in.
Oh, good evening, Captain. Good evening, Miss Clark. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Not at all, Commander. Come right in. The captain was just leaving.
Good night-night, Captain.
Night, Captain.
You know, the captain certainly isn't your greatest booster. He tried to talk me out of taking you back on the bond tour.
Oh?
But have no fear. Once I make a decision, I stick with it. That's a little trick I learned in Congress.
Oh, well, maybe you should have listened to him, ma'am. The captain really makes a lot of sense when you...
Oh, now, don't go modest on me again, Commander. Well, we're leaving first thing in the morning, so I'm making out our itinerary. Oh. Now, let's see. Our first stop in the States will be Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yes, Springfield, huh? I hear the nights are very cold in Springfield.
Yes, that's a good point. Take along an enlisted man's pea jacket. That always makes a good impression.
Oh. Well, I was thinking of a more old-fashioned way of keeping warm.
Your long undies?
That's not exactly what I had in mind. Clara, we're not kids anymore.
What's gotten into you, Commander?
Call me Quentin. I don't know. Maybe it's the way your eyes glisten, like two liquid pools.
I have a sinus condition.
You're fighting me, Clara. Clara, don't fight me.
Now, let's see. From Springfield, we go to Boston, where you'll address the Elks.
Elks, smelks, as long as we're together.
Oh, stop it, Commander, for heaven's sake.
Oh, no, don't fight me. Forget that you're a fragile wisp of loveliness, and that I'm a rough, tough, hairy ape.
Now, see here, McHale, I've been a widow for 10 long years.
That's what I mean. Let's celebrate.
Oh, Now, look, I don't know what's going on around here, but I'm still taking you back to the civilians. So stop bucking for a Section 8 and act your age. Now, from Boston, we pop over to Cambridge for the Girl Scout Jamboree.
Quentin McHale. Quentin McHale. McHale isn't the hero you think. He's really just a no-good fake. Sun's a flying away, he'll sail. He's a coward of the Pacific. Stinky McHale.
What's all this about, McHale?
Well, now, don't you believe one word they're singing, ma'am. No, sir. They're just jealous. That's what they're jealous. Tell me, do we go to Washington, D.C. on this trip, ma'am?
Yes, we do.
Oh, good.
On the 8th day.
Oh, boy, it should be a gas in Congress.
Gas?
Ooh, I'll bring along my hula skirt. I'll really put a motion before Congress.
You wouldn't.
Well, not when I'm stone sober. But, man, when I'm juiced, anything goes.
McHale, I don't know what's brought on the sudden change in you and your men, but whatever it is, it won't work. At 0700 tomorrow, you are leaving with me for the States, chicken-livered or not, and that's final.
0700?
0700.
Oh.
McHale's much worse than Captain Line. He's a phony rat, a rotten guy.
Hold it, you miserable songbirds.
He's a chicken liver sissy. Stinky
Hey, have a good Mom and Nashville. We're sure gonna miss you.
All right. Look, I'm only be gone for 6 weeks, so I'll see you when I get back.
If we're still here.
What do you mean if you're still here?
Oh, you're forgetting Suicide Resnick. Boy,
All right, look, I'm just as miserable about it as you guys. So why don't we all just try to...
Hey, Skip, here comes that congresswoman again.
Who? Oh. Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Commander. Good morning, men.
Hi, ma'am.
Commander, there's been a slight change, and I hardly know how to say it.
You mean I'm going to be away more than 6 weeks?
Well, no, I mean you're not going at all.
I'm not going at all?
Well, I really do hate to throw this at you at the last minute like this, but late last night, another PT boat came in, and I just found out that its skipper is from Massachusetts. Well, he has quite a record, too, and after all, this is an election year, so I've decided to pick him.
Oh, well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. What boat did he come in on?
That's it right over there.
PT-109? I don't know him.
Well, I am sorry. It's been a great pleasure to meet you, and I want to wish all you men the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, ma'am. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, I don't envy that poor skipper on a PT-109 making all those speeches.
Yeah, well, I feel sorry for the people that have to listen to him. I can't understand him.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you ever hear him talk?
No.
He says, we're engaged in a great world conflict. However, I'm hopeful that we can move ahead. Of course, nobody's perfect.
I can understand that.
Well, never mind that. At least we got our skipper back again.
Hey, yeah!
Let's throw out the beer and ale. We've got our skipper back again. Quentin McHale.
Don't call him Stinky.
Gosh, you big baby. There, that ought to do it. And next time, tell the boys to take it easy.
Boy, those gorillas, they yanked me back up in that boat so fast they threw it out again.
Quint,
Huh?
how about a cozy little picnic on your base?
Now, you know my base is no place for a lady, Molly.
Well, who'd know? We could eat by that pretty little swamp, and the mosquitoes would keep the snoopers away.
If there's anything I hate, it's mosquitoes. You know that.
Oh, come on. I hear you're the tiger of the Pacific. Now's your chance to prove it.
No. Come on. You got it all wrong, honey. I'm just a chicken-livered sissy. Stinky McHale. Bye-bye, baby.
I could just scream.
Polynesian. 2 sukiyaki.
Chicken Polynesian in pair.
Well, that does it. Hey, wait a minute. Any sukiyaki left?
Sure.
Good. Better yaki up a couple extra orders. Might have to grease some of the guys on shore patrol.
No grease in my food.
Get it.
Hey, how we doing, Gruber?
Counting this load, we got over $600 in the pot.
Hey,
Nice, nice. Uh-oh, here comes our den mother.
All right, men. I've made a firm decision. Unload that food. This whole thing's got to stop at once.
Well, I am the officer in charge here, right?
Absolutely right. We shouldn't be doing this.
Now, look, you guys, be reasonable. After all, I'm responsible until Commander McHale gets back from New Caledonia. Now, you wouldn't want him to get in trouble, would you?
Hey, you guys! Hey, here comes the skipper.
Oh, he's not due back until tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Coxswain. Return to the base. If that's a crap game going on, count me in.
Hi, Skipper. Now, let me take the rap.
Yeah.
Well, what's the matter? You guys don't seem very happy to see me back.
All right. Gruber, this looks like one of your operations. What's going on here?
Can I try for a couple of lies, or are you pressed for time?
I would like to get out of this uniform. Makes me feel like I'm in the Navy, you know? What's the pitch?
Instant luau's. What? You know how miserable the chow is over on the base, so we got Fuji to cook the stuff up here, package it, sell it to the guys over there, $2 a pop.
I'm gone for 4 days. I come back, I find you guys running a seagoing cafeteria. Unload the boat, the whole deal's off.
Wait a minute, Skipper. We gotta deliver these orders. We collected in advance. Now, you don't want us to be dishonest.
All right. But this is the absolute end, you understand? I ought to bust you down to apprentice seaman.
Oh, well, pardon me, sir, but according to regulations, the commanding officer is responsible for the actions of his crew, and, well, since I was in charge while you were away, I feel if anybody's to get busted, it should be me, sir. Can you undo that little clasp there?
Look, Chuck, it's a nice gesture, and I admire you for it. But I think you better go on being an ensign, huh? I don't think you'd ever make it as an enlisted man.
Carpenter, it's Captain Binghamton. Carpenter, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, Captain Binghamton. Just a minute, sir.
What is he doing in there?
Sir?
Oh, Carpenter, I'm sorry that you didn't feel well enough to join me for dinner. I'm sorry to bother you, but this is an important message I just got from the fleet. Admiral Stryker is due in here tomorrow night, so I want you to alert all hands on the base that there will be an... What is that I smell in here?
What, sir? I don't smell anything.
You don't smell anything? The whole place reeks of it.
Reeks, sir, of what, sir?
Well, I don't know. Of what? That's what I'm asking you. Of what? What? Why, it's food. That's what I smell. It's food. What's in there?
In there, sir?
Yes, in there. What's in there?
Oh, just my laundry, sir. You know, my shirts, my socks.
Really? It's the first time I ever knew that Navy socks smelled like fried chicken. My Carpenter. No wonder you've had indigestion. You've been eating your socks.
I'm sorry I deceived you, sir. But when I had a chance for a really good meal, I just couldn't help myself. Captain, try it yourself. You'll see just what I mean.
I gotta put you on report for lying to me, sneaking food into your quarters like this. Outrageous. Hey. That's delicious. sauce is superb. It has a definite Oriental flavor.
You should try the sukiyaki, sir. American style, of course.
Sukiyaki? You mean you get a choice, huh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Where do you get food like this?
I bought it from one of the seamen, sir.
A seaman? A seaman on my base? You've been selling delicious food like this behind my back?
Well, not exactly on the base, sir.
Oh, no. Not one of McHale's men.
Now that you know about this, sir, maybe it's all for the best.
What do you mean by that?
I once served under Admiral Stryker, sir. He's a very strict disciplinarian.
Yeah.
But he does have one little weakness. It seems he's a bit of a gourmet.
Oh?
And I was just thinking, sir, maybe you could borrow McHale's cook and hit the Admiral right where he lives, sir.
What do you mean, borrow him? Who's the commanding officer here? I'll transfer his cook to my kitchen permanently. Oh, and Carpenter?
Yes, sir.
Make a note. First thing in the morning, check out all of our chipped beef. Have it shipped to McHale's Island.
I warned you, clamheads. But no, you had to deliver one more load of instant luau's. And what do we get? Instant trouble.
Now, don't get steamed, Skipper. We're out of business. We're retired. So what's the worry?
What's the worry? I got orders to deliver our cook to Captain Binghamton at 1100 hours. That's the worry.
No, Skipper-san, please. Don't send me to Captain.
Oh, of course not, Fuji. He doesn't even know you're here. Gruber, this is your operation. You better start to operate, boy. You report to Captain Binghamton, and don't forget your chef's hat.
Now, wait a minute, Skipper. According to regulations, on a dangerous mission beyond the call of duty, you've got to call for volunteers.
All right. You guys want to do it like they do in the movies? Okay. Line up here. Come on. Line up. All of you. All right. Now, would a volunteer please step forward? Oh, come on now, will you? That gang went down with Manila off Dewey. I mean, Dewey off Manila. Now, look, you guys, now let's stop horsing around and we gotta start thinking. Come on now, let's think, think.
Hey, I got it. Why don't we put all the names in a hat and draw one?
Hey, that's a good idea.
Good. Let me get this straight. Put the 6 names in a hat, and somebody draws out the pigeon?
Right. And we'll use my hat, so there won't be any question of cheating.
Oh, this I gotta see. All right, come on, let's go, come on.
All right, guys, write down a name.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Now, let's go, let's go. All right.
Okay, here, Skip. You draw them. They trust you.
Ah. Harry S. Truman.
Step forward, please.
Frank Sinatra. Come on, what is it?
Keep going, Skipper. I'm sure there's one honest guy in the outfit.
Oh? Well, it's more like it. Harrison Tinker Bell.
How'd that get me? I've been framed. I'm Harry Truman.
Well, look, we're not going to do it all over again. You're it.
Yeah, I won't do it. I'll go over the hill. I'd rather surrender to the Japanese than serve under Captain Binghamton.
I not blame you.
All right. Take it easy. Well, now, will you, Tinker? While you guys were out smarting each other, I was doing a little figuring. And I got it figured out how you can be back here by chow down tonight.
Yeah, how?
Well, it's simple. You report to the captain as ordered. And then you cook our peerless leader such a snafu lunch, he'll throw you right off the base.
As you were. How's everything, Bell? Have you got everything you need?
I'm doing the best I can, sir, but it's very difficult for an artist like I am to create in such strange surroundings. I miss my own little kitchen.
Oh, well, there. If lunch is anything like your chicken Polynesian, I'll build you your own little kitchen.
Oh, gracias.
All right. Do you mind if I sneak a taste?
No, please. My masterpiece. It is not finished yet.
Well, could you just hurry it along? My battered taste buds are quivering already.
Oui, oui.
Oui, yeah.
Garçon, get the plates. Voila.
Seasoning.
Everything shipshape in the galley, sir? How's the new chef?
Oh, he's creating like mad. I tell you, it was a stroke of genius to transfer that man here.
Hello, Commander. How are you?
I think I hear what used to be the best-fed man in my command.
Hello, Captain. Lieutenant Commander McHale reporting his orders, sir. Hiya, Coffee.
McHale, you've already been informed that Admiral Stryker plans an inspection tour at 1800 hours.
Oh?
Pardon me, sir. Your lunch is served.
Oh, good, good.
Well, in that case, sir, we'll shove off and get back to work. Yes, sir. Rub-a-dub-dub.
McHale.
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to go away mad.
Oh, no, sir.
Jackson, set 2 more places.
Thank you very much, sir, but we got our chow waiting back on the island. Yes, sir.
But it's nothing like we're going to have here, is it, McHale?
Oh, you can say that again, sir. But if you'll excuse us, sir, we're so used to that rich food that we're trying to kick the habit. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, I must say you're both very good. Ensign, I'm still talking to you. You'll have plenty of time later to gorge yourself on that chipped beef.
Oh?
Now, I don't want to make this an order, but sit down. That looks like some sort of an exotic casserole. Wonder what's in it.
Me too.
What?
Beef, too.
Oh, beef. Good. I like that. Go ahead, McHale.
After you, sir.
Now, let's not stand on ceremony.
A little spicy, isn't it, sir?
Get the chef in here.
Yes.
I'll belay that. McHale, you're responsible for this.
Oh, well, Captain, whatever do you mean?
You know what I mean. You rigged this whole thing to get the cook away from me. You must think I'm stupid or something.
Oh, no, sir. You got it all wrong. Well, you know how temperamental great chefs are. When you had Bill transferred here, sir, he just couldn't put his heart in his work.
Well, he put everything else in it. Oh, no, McHale, I'm not buying that.
But you've got to believe me, sir. Bell is homesick. He needs his shipmates, his buddies.
Nonsense.
Oh, no, sir. That's a man's loyalty for his shipmates. That's what makes the Navy go, go, go. That secret weapon that carries a man through shot and shell, fearless and unafraid, for knowing that by his side is his buddy.
You're touching me. McHale, I've got enough on you to put you and your whole motley crew away. You can't get away with this sort of thing. What is the matter with you?
But...
Don't let me! You go in that kitchen and you tell Bell to create his chicken Polynesian for the Admiral's dinner tonight, and he'd better make it good, because if he doesn't, I'll transfer him back to his buddies in Leavenworth.
Yes, sir.
Get out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Skipper, you gotta get me out of this. I'm too young to go to jail. What am I gonna do?
You heard what Binghamton said. You gotta make dinner for the Admiral tonight.
But I even burned cornflakes. I can't cook, and you know it.
Well, look, it's either chicken Polynesian tonight or bread and water for all of us.
Well, you know, they'll skip the food at Leavenworth. Can't be that bad. After all, it's a federal prison.
Come on, Chuck. Let me think, will you? There must be some way out of this mess.
Hey, I got an idea.
What?
Look, why don't we get the recipe from, F-U-J-I and give it to T-I-N-K. Well, Tinker. Well, don't you suppose he could...
He couldn't.
Hey, wait a minute. Why bring over just the recipe? Let's bring over the whole dinner. That's it. We'll have Fuji cook up a whole pot full of goodies. We'll ferry him over and sneak him into you. All you have to do is sit tight. Come on, partner. We got a pickup to make. 2 chicken Polynesian dinners to go. And remember, when it's burning, it's cooking. When it's black, it's done. Yes, sir.
I could just scream.
Gee, Skip, you're late. I was getting worried.
We had to sneak by the shore patrol. But relax, everything's all set now.
Yeah, everything's all set for tonight, but what about tomorrow?
One problem at a time. If you don't make it with the Admiral tonight, you won't be here tomorrow. Hey, now look, Fuji says to stir this every now and then so it won't stick.
if this is more sabotage.
Wait, sir, no, wait a minute now, sir. I'm just over here checking the goodies, and I want everything to be just right for you and the Admiral, sir. Yes, sir.
That'll be the day. There's something wrong here. It's delicious.
You know, sir, sometimes I get the feeling you just don't trust me completely, sir.
McHale, wherever you're involved, there are only two possibilities. One is that something is wrong, and the other is that something is going to go wrong. Well, nothing is going to go wrong while the Admiral is here. And to make sure, you and your motley crew are going on a mission to, let's say, Matua?
Matua?
Yes, let's say that.
But there's nothing on that island but tsetse flies. We checked it out last week.
Well, you go back there and you count the chi-chis. Now put to sea immediately.
You mind if I take time to pick up some fuel, sir, and a couple of dozen fly swatters?
Get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Will you excuse me, sir? I'm in a stirring mood.
Well, I must say the base seems to be in good shape, Binghamton.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Admiral. And if I may say so, sir, the best is yet to come.
Oh, yeah. Carpenter tells me you've got the finest cook in the South Pacific.
Well, I try to run a happy ship, and I think you'll be happy to be aboard, Admiral, when you taste my cook's specialty. It's chicken Polynesian.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Oh, I tell you, Admiral, it's a gourmet's delight. It's a tender young chicken. He's just swimming around in an exotic sauce. It's as sweet as honey, and it's as rich as freshly drawn butter.
Oh, well, no, that's not for me. I've just been put on a strict low-calorie diet. These rich sauces are out.
Excuse me, sir, but the captain's cook has another specialty that should be just what the doctor ordered. It's a very healthy, sir, full of vegetables and very low in calories. It's what we call our island version of sukiyaki.
Oh, sukiyaki. Yes, sir, I was just about to suggest that, Admiral. Sukiyaki.
Well, that sounds excellent. I haven't had a good sukiyaki since Tokyo. Before the war, of course.
Before the war, the Admiral.
Oh, yes, sir. Very
Carpenter, tell Chef Bell to prepare the sukiyaki. We'll all have sukiyaki.
Aye, sir.
Now, won't you sit down, Admiral?
I dream of the light thrown there. Ah, Lieutenant, it is almost ready, and if I may say so, sir, the Admiral's about to become a member of my Chicken Polynesian fan club.
I'm sorry, Bill, but the chicken's out. The Admiral wants your sukiyaki.
Oh, really? Well, I'll be only too glad to... Sukiyaki, but...
No buts. What the Admiral wants, the Admiral gets. Now, don't get nervous, Bill. The captain realizes that this will take a little time. But just make this as good as your chicken Polynesian, and everybody will be happy. Now, shall we carry on?
Okay, take her over, Chuck. Steady she goes. And, try not to ram the Admiral's cruiser there, will you?
Hey, there's a light flashing off to port. Huh? Looks like somebody's making a signal from the base. Hey, it's Tinker.
Bring her around, Chuck. Well, what's it saying?
Saying, help! Help!
Here. Get on the blinker, Willie. Find out what's wrong. Kill the engines, Chuck. Kill the engines.
Lucky Pierre, I caught him in time.
What's he say, Willie? What's he say?
Well, without the cuss words, he said the Admiral pulled a switch and wants sukiyaki.
Sukiyaki?
Now what are we going to do? We're really cooked.
But not yet. Well, we got to start cooking something right now. Look, Willie, tell him it's on the fire. Tell him to ad-lib it until we get the stuff over to him. Come on.
Ad-lib it? I don't even know what's in it.
Sir, looks like a light flashing from the Taratupa base. Tinker says he can't ad-lib it without knowing what's in it.
Oh, for crying out. Bucci, come up here. What in blazes is in sukiyaki?
Thin sliced beef.
Thin sliced beef.
Chop onion.
Chop onion.
French shirataki.
pretty shirataki.
Shirataki? What's shirataki?
Shirataki. What's shirataki?
Sounds Japanese. Must be code. We better find out who they're signaling to. Pass the word for a spotter plane.
Hey, unidentified plane at 9 o'clock.
No, 8:30. No, it's about 8:45. The big hand's on there.
At the deck!
Looks like a plane from the cruiser, Skipper.
I guess it'd be about 9:30.
Knock it off, Chuck. Hey, you guys! Get over that rubber boat! We got a banquet to deliver!
Chick 1 to Mother Hen. Chick 1 to Mother Hen. Come in, Mother Hen. Unidentified craft floating off Teratuba Base, showing no lights.
About that shirataki, sir. I checked it out. It's a Japanese word.
What's it mean?
Noodles.
Noodles. Noodles? That's got to be code.
You make Kibachi. Keep through the hot stand. Watch it.
Oh, it's murder to give that stuff away for free.
All right. Hold on back there, Happy.
All right. Okay. All right, let me have a line. All right, let's shove off.
Hey, Skipper, take her signaling again.
Tell him we're on our way. All right, let go.
Fuji. Hurry. Can't. Hold. Admiral. Much. Longer.
Admiral? That's no code.
Chick 1 to Mother Hen. Small boat leaving unidentified craft headed for the base. Looks like there's some kind of a fire on it.
Sound general quarters. Alert the base. Jap commando raid. They're after Admiral Stryker.
Knock it off! Don't move or you get it right here. What's in that? Anyone for sukiyaki? Sukiyaki? Yeah, it must have floated up from a Jap submarine. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Well, tell it to the Admiral. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. You can't do that to us. We're officers.
Yeah. Well, maybe they can.
I'm waiting for your explanation, McHale, if there is one. But I must warn you, anything you say will be used against you and Bell in your court-martial.
Oh, now leave Bell out of this, sir. It wasn't his fault. Why, he didn't even cook the stuff.
And who did, McHale? Who?
Well, I guess I might as well confess.
Can't do that, Skipper. They'll bust you.
No, Mr. Parker. No more lies. The time has come to tell the whole truth. It was me, sir.
McHale.
You, Skipper? You knew. Yes, it was him.
Yeah.
Commander, do you mean to say that you're actually this famous cook?
That's right, sir. I guess I should have told the whole truth to Captain Binghamton before, sir. But, well, he was so anxious to make your visit a memorable one that, well, I just couldn't let him down, sir.
Captain, you may not have the best cook in the South Pacific, but you certainly have a loyal friend and shipmate.
Well, that's my buddy, sir.
Don't know about you, gentlemen, but I'm starved. It smells delicious. It looks superb. McHale, I can't borrow you for a cook, but I can certainly borrow your recipe. What is it?
Borrow my flashlight, sir?
I'll write it out and get it to you first thing in the morning. Yes, sir.
Fine. Captain, bring that over to the table.
Ensign.
Well, he said captain.
Oh, shut up.